Okay, so hello and welcome to yet another Gaming Masters video. So today I'm going to be providing you guys with an overview of all of the games I played at EGX 2015. Now EGX 2015 ended a few days ago. I went on both the Saturday and the Sunday and played a humongous number of games. So I'm going to be giving my overviews and my opinions on whether or not you should buy the game. So today I'm going to be going over all of the games I played in one video. I was going to do it in two separate videos, one for the Saturday, one for the Sunday. I decided against that in the end after losing my voice and stuff. So, the first game I'm going to be going over on my list is Just Cause 3. Just Cause 3 is an action-adventure sandbox third-person shooter. I loved Just Cause 2. I had it on the Xbox 360, pre-owned from, I believe I got it from the Gadget Show, at one of the CX stores when I was there, and yeah, I've actually really enjoyed it. I haven't actually managed to complete it just yet, because it's not on backwards compatibility, and I sold my Xbox 360 a year ago. I rebought it for PC because I wanted to try out the mods and stuff like that. I've just never got around to it. I want to finish it on the 360. It's very much a console setup, in my opinion, for Just Cause 3. We did have the option of using keyboard and mouse on the PC game, and I tried it. It just felt clunky. And I feel very much the same with Just Cause 2. I don't think that they've improved the mouse and keyboard input for Just Cause 3, in my honest opinion. I've tried the original Just Cause and Just Cause 2 and now Just Cause 3 on PC, and controller is by far superior for this kind of game. We had 20-minute sessions, and I did the tournament version, which is where you're locked into a specific area and you had unlimited rockets and you had to get the highest score stuff. So I had 2 sessions of that. It was a 3-hour wait for the free roam area. However, it wasn't actually free roam. You were set to a specific mission, but you could do whatever you wanted in that mission, kind of thing. Or you could just drive around and not complete any of the mission. I didn't queue up for 3 hours to do that. Now, the next game I really wanted to play, which sadly I didn't manage to play because the queues were so long, was Lara Croft. However, I did see a demo for it and it looked like a really good Lara Croft game. Now, Lara Croft was remastered for Xbox One in 2013, and it was a hit success, and this game looks phenomenal. It's available on Xbox 360 and Xbox One this year, PC in January, and PS4 next Christmas. So it's going to be awesome. The graphics look outstanding. The gameplay is gone back to its roots. So there are loads of hidden tombs, loads of hidden puzzles, etc. And it really looks awesome. Now, Need for Speed I also wanted to play. However, the closed beta is launching very soon. So I didn't actually mind if I didn't play it, simply because I knew I'd be playing it in the next few weeks. I did see the gameplay from a distance, and it looked to be running fairly smooth. They have added a lot of customization options, so if you like games with customization, things like paint shops and stuff like that, customizing all of your bits, in my opinion, this is what the crew should have been like. The crew was dreadful, in my opinion. However, from what I saw of the Need for Speed, the whole brand new reboot of Need for Speed at EGX, it looked like it was what the crew should have been like. Now, No Man's Sky and Unravel weren't there. Those were games I really wanted to try. I've been really excited for them. Also For Honor, I was also really excited for, but wasn't there. The Division is the next game I played, and the Division, people kept on going, oh, it's had a downgrade, it's not what people were expecting. Yes, it's grind. You're gonna have to grind for the game. However, it's not had a downgrade. I can tell you that. The graphics looked gorgeous. the gameplay was running fluently, and I definitely think that with the 6-month delay, again, I know it's been delayed 3 or 4 times, but it's delayed now until March. I believe that it's actually going to be by far superior to the game that they originally looking for. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I did want to do Quantum Break. Sadly, it wasn't there. I believe Quantum Break was at Gamescom, and people could try out at Gamescom. So, if you're lucky enough to try out at Gamescom, leave your thoughts down below in the description for what Quantum Break was like. Homefront The Revolution, I did play very briefly. I think that Homefront The Revolution, you're going to have to play the previous game for you to be able to understand this game. I've never played a Homefront game, and I didn't understand what was happening in the mission. You need the background, I think, and I just didn't particularly enjoy it. The trailer that we saw at E3 really got me excited. It sounded like an interesting game. I'd never played any of the previous ones, and I wanted to kind of pop in halfway through kind of thing. And I don't think that that's something that's going to be possible. I didn't have the full demo. There was one mission which you could play. However, I had a meeting with another game at a specific time, and I had to get to the other side exhibition halls. So I kind of walked out halfway through my demo session for Homefront. But from what I played, it's an interesting game, good graphics, and I'll try and check it out when it's out next year, I believe. Crackdown. Now, Crackdown 3, or Crackdown because it's another reboot of the franchise. Like a lot of games at the moment, they tend to be rebooting them for the whole brand new generations of consoles and PCs, etc. Whole reboot, starting from scratch kind of thing, like Need for Speed and a few other games. And Crackdown sadly wasn't there. The stuff that was seen at E3 and Gamescom look like they've done quite a lot of work on it. It looks very interesting. I don't particularly want to be paying £60 for Crackdown. In my opinion, it's more of a £30 price target. Obviously, once the reviews and a release date and all of the rest of the information for Crackdown is released, I may change my mind. I shall release more information on that at a later date. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is another game which is a reboot of an original franchise that is quite a few years old, and people want to reliven it and stuff like that. Now, DICE are making this game as well as Star Wars Battlefront. I have a feeling that DICE having 3, maybe 4 games on the go at once is way too much for the studio. However, I had not tried Mirror's Edge Catalyst at E3. The queues were immense, and the gameplay, which I saw a lot closer up than Need for Speed, looked to be very fluid. The combat seemed to be how they wanted to do it in the original Mirror's Edge in 2008, and it was just overall a fluid game and good looking game coming out for Xbox One, PS4 and PC in February. Now, Hitman was sadly delayed 2 weeks ago, and they actually released a release date for the game this week, and I believe Hitman is being released in March of 2016, which is going to be a busy month for games. I'm not sure if I am looking forwards to March, because all of the games coming out of the Christmas period and all of the games coming out at the March period, I'm just going to be overloaded in games. There are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, possibly 11 games coming out in that period of time which I want to play. I'm putting my hands up, there are 11 games that I want to buy straight away at launch within the next 6 months. It is expensive, and also playtime is going to be reduced for each of the games. Might not be able to complete all of them simply because there's just too much choice. So Mirror's Edge Catalyst looked fluid, and Hitman sadly has been delayed until early next year. I kind of wish it was June, but I did see the demo behind the demo that they were running, and the gameplay that they showed us was phenomenal. The graphics were outstanding. It reminded me of Hitman Absolution, which was my first Hitman that I played, and I really enjoyed it. I haven't completed it, put my hands up there, but I have loved the 1 or 2 missions I played. I only got it about 2 weeks ago for PC, and yeah, I loved Hitman Absolution. It's yet another game which is having a reboot from scratch, and I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next Hitman, and its size is going to be outstanding. However, there is going to be a beta for Xbox One and PC if you pre-order it in November, available for you to pre-order, and it's going to be a gradual release kind of thing. I shall try and find a link to the article with the infographic with more information on what's actually happening with the Hitman release. They're doing the content released monthly between April and July. So April, June and July are gonna have the extra areas added. So it's a bit like the method of releasing the missions for Life is Strange. So it's a a periodic release. So it's not all at once. I in some ways like that, in some ways I hate it. We'll have to see how that works for Hitman. I suppose a stealth game like that, it doesn't really matter because there is so much content that you can do in the first few missions. Star Wars Battlefront is another game made by DICE, which is out this year. And they're also working on Battlefield 4, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and possibly even another Battlefield, which is why I'm slightly worried about Mirror's Edge Catalyst and Star Wars Battlefront. Battlefield 4 was ruined at launch, and I don't want these 3 games that are currently in development or being released in the next few weeks/months. I don't want them to be ruined as well as next Battlefield, because I will never forgive DICE if they screw up Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Star Wars Battlefront, and also the next Battlefield. On top of Battlefield 4, their previous launch. I will never trust the studio ever again if they screw up all of those games. Hopefully Mirror's Edge can't be screwed up because it's a single player only game. However, Star Wars Battlefront is a reboot of the franchise, and EA have taken over. It's multiplayer centered, it's got co-op, it doesn't have a campaign, and it ran fairly smoothly as far as I could tell. However, the gameplay that we had and I queued up for was for the co-op, where you have AI waves, and you have 6 waves, and you've got to defeat the enemies, etc., defend the pods, etc., and it's only on 1 map available for us. And I couldn't play the 20 vs 20 multiplayer game mode because that was a 3-hour queue, and I'm not queuing up for 3 hours when the show is only open for 8 hours per each day and only went on 2 days. So I didn't play the multiplayer section of that. However, the beta is out next week on the 8th of October, so you can try that out then on PC, Xbox One and PS4. Now, it's out on the 20th of November, so expect the beta to be also the launch date of the pre-downloads for Xbox One. And yeah, it ran stable from as far as I could tell. The screens for the 20 vs 20 multiplayer were put a bit further back from the railings, which I found slightly suspicious. I had access to alpha, but only played about 10 minutes because I was on holiday at the time and I didn't manage to fit much time in. So I'm not sure. I really don't want this game to be screwed up, but it seemed to be running okay. DICE might have fixed all of their problems that they had with Battlefield 4, and it might all be okay for Star Wars Battlefront. We'll just have to wait and see for, I believe, the 20th of November. However, I'll get it on the 15th because of EA Access, and then I'll also have the beta next week on PC and Xbox One, so I'll decide which platform I get it on then. Now, other games that I played were Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege, I didn't actually play at the Gamescom show, I mean at EGX. However, I've been playing the beta for the past week, and it's been extended until the 4th of October. It's been extended twice because of problems with it and stuff. The network connectivity to the servers is dreadful, and the matchmaking time is dreadful. However, the gameplay is outstanding. I loved it. It is my equivalent of CSGO, in my opinion. It's a tactical first-person shooter, part of the Rainbow Six franchise. It's very well done. The graphics look decent. The timers may need to be adjusted and things like that, and loadouts you can't change when you're dead, so you have to exit out the game, etc. That bit can be tweaked, it can be modified in future patches and stuff like that. The game's delayed until December, launching on the 1st of December, the same day as Just Cause 3, so it should be okay. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that they iron out all of the bugs with the server connectivity, launching the games, etc. I think that the statistics were 40% connectivity from trying to launch into the game. I've never connected on Xbox One. PC, I've connected 1 in 3 times, and I've played quite a few matches. So the server connectivity at the beginning is horrible, however the gameplay is perfect. It's just what you need. Communication is vital. Controller seems a bit clunky. I really want to get it on PC, however my friend's playing it on console, so I've had to get it on console because it's a teamwork game. Don't know enough people on PC to be able to fork out 50 quid to be able to play it on PC. So yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I'm fairly certain that it's gonna run smoothly at launch. Ubisoft have extended the beta. They're going to get as much details as possible, and it doesn't need to go gold until end of October. And then there can be a day 1 patch as well, so it should be fairly stable, and we'll just have to wait for the launch. However, there is no campaign for Rainbow Six Siege, so you might find it difficult in terms of connecting on launch day, and the co-op game mode Terrorist Hunt is good because it's first AI. However, the game is mainly multiplayer focused, very much like Star Wars Battlefront, so I'm slightly worried about that. Now, Black Ops 3, I played the beta. I hated the movement, therefore I did not queue up for it at EGX. It seemed to be... I didn't like the movement. I enjoyed Advanced Warfare for the first month or 2, and I bought a season pass, I was enjoying it and stuff, pre-ordered it, and yeah, I didn't enjoy it. And then I moved on to Black Ops 3 with the beta, and I had pre-ordered it to try and get into the beta to test out. I didn't enjoy it. I'm going to just wait for it to be in sales and stuff like that. I won't be pre-ordering Black Ops 3 this year. I'll buy it possibly down the line, just won't be pre-ordering it, won't be getting the season pass or paying full price for it ever. But hopefully it will be a good launch, it will be a smooth launch, the gameplay is going to be good fun hopefully. However, I'm not going to take the risk. I have not had a good experience with Call of Duties, mainly focused on Battlefield and stuff like that, so that's why I'm not going to mess about with that this year. Fallout 4 sadly wasn't there for us to test out. It would have been interesting because I've never played a Fallout before. I'm not a huge RPG fan, however Fallout 4, it may change my mind ever so slightly. Witcher 3 didn't do that. Dragon Age Inquisition I enjoyed a bit, and The Division is more my kind of RPG kind of thing. As that's online. I do have ESO and Skyrim. ESO I prefer out of those two, so I think I prefer more online centered RPGs. Now, Halo 5 I've played a hell of a lot, and I can voice my opinions now because it was at EGX. so I can voice my opinions. I've probably put in about 12 hours into the multiplayer so far through my beta testing. It's been fairly stable. Yeah, I mean, they have been working a really hard amount of time onto this game, and it's going to be stable at launch. I can tell you, every week that I've been beta testing, I've noticed a difference. There's been fixes, there's been graphical issues fixed, everything has been changed, modified, and put up to date so it actually works. And I don't think we're going to have a unstable launch, and the trailers that they've released for the campaign and stuff has really built up the hype even more and more and more. We're less than a month away from launch, and the servers are stable. I've not had any problems for the past 5 weeks. The weeks before that they were a bit unstable and dodgy, however this was fairly good. Just cause 3 have talked about, Star Wars have talked about Lara Croft, Need for Speed. I'm going to talk about some indie games. Now, there's an indie game called Pollen, which I played, which was a virtual reality game, and I really enjoyed it. Now, I've never used virtual reality for a game before. I've done it at my college for a Samsung Gear, which we had a demo of the army doing a parachute drop and stuff like that, and that I found really interesting. However, Pollen on the Oculus Rift is outstanding. I mean, it's an indie game developed by Minefield Games, and it's going to be on Steam and PS4 with PlayStation VR and Oculus Rift respectively. It's really good fun. It reminds me somewhat of Alien Isolation in the aspect of it's based on a spaceship, and they have said that they're going to work on it for other devices that bring out a virtual reality headset. So if Microsoft brings out one, you can use it on that. And they have said that you can use it with a headset, or you can just use it with keyboard and mouse or controller. However, it won't be developed for the platforms that don't have the virtual reality headset. So in some ways I think it counters that in some ways, but I am really looking forward to it. I may even just buy a virtual reality headset simply for this game. It was outstanding. I'm going to leave the link down below. It's an indie developer that started up fairly recently, I believe, and the games are just phenomenal. Yeah, go and check them out. It was a really interesting experience, actually. I'm trying to think if there are any other games that I played at EGX. I'm thinking of this on the spot. I don't think that there were that I'm going to note in this video. I did play a few other indie games. I didn't play any of the other AAA games. I didn't play... Oh yeah, I played Thief. No, not Thief. Uncharted. Meh. It's not really my kind of thing. So, yeah, if you like that game, fine. But I don't enjoy the PlayStation 4 controller, which has put me off the whole game. And also, I've never played any of the previous ones, and I jumped straight into the third one. This is Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. So it's all 4 of the games remastered. No, all 3 of the games so far remastered in one package, and then A Thief's End is out next year. It was supposed to be this year, but got delayed. So yeah, overall EGX was a huge amount of fun. Next year I'm going for the whole of Saturday and whole of Sunday, and I might be popping along to Rezzed in March. Tickets for EGX Rezzed are on sale on the 14th of October, which is 14 days away at the date of recording this commentary, and you can go and apply for press tickets. That's at Tobacco Dock in London, and it's going to be mainly indie games. Don't expect any AAA games like the Divsion, etc., which won't be. In fact, they will have just launched possibly. So it's like the 4th of April, I think. Res. So it's Tobacco.London. Res games, so they're indie things like Pollen, Long Dark, Elite Dangerous, things like that. And yeah, that's coming in April. And then we have EGX 2016 in December. I believe it's returning back to the NEC again, bearing in mind Oscorp's been knocked down. Well, in the process of being knocked down, so prepare for EGX 2016, which will be available to book probably around March time. They tend to put the tickets 6 months in advance on sale and announce the release, announce the dates a month or 2 afterwards. So we'll just have to wait and see. I suspect it's going to be from the 22nd of September until the 25th of September 2016. It will probably be the same times, 10 till 6 for early bird and 11 until 6 for standard ticket holders. So yeah, those are the dates I suspect EGX will be next year. Don't expect as many games as there were this year. We've got a lot of AAA first party games coming from Microsoft, and this is by far the best year for games for this generation. However, next year it's going to be obviously Call of Duty, FIFA, Battlefield, and things like that. It's probably going to lean more towards the Sony PlayStation exclusives than the Xbox ones, and I don't think that there are going to be that many major games next year. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm really looking forward to the shows and all of the games coming out. Sorry for not uploading a huge amount recently. I've been doing coursework and stuff like that for my A-levels, and yeah, I am going to be uploading as much as possible over the next few months. I'm going to be getting into a routine of recording videos and commentaries once again. I really do feel like doing it again. I'm lively and back up into full spirit of YouTube, and I've got loads of cool stuff coming up on the channel very, very soon, including Just Cause 3, Halo 5, Rainbow Six Siege, Need for Speed, Lara Croft, Star Wars, Just Cause 3, and loads of other games coming very, very soon. So, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, follow, and of course, as always, subscribe. EGX, E3, Gamescom, all next year, and I'm going to have content for all of that as well. Also, the Game Developer Conference, which is in March, so we've got a lot of stuff coming up early next year and late next year, and we've got loads of gameplay coming up between now and then from a wide variety of games. So don't forget to like, follow, and of course, as always, subscribe. Very much appreciated, and I shall see you in the next video.
10 seconds before insertion. 5 seconds to insertion. Biohazard container located. Proceed to its location.
Ablenkungsmanöver auf dieser Seite.
Ready to breach any second now.
Hostile activity. Secure the room. Protect the biocontainer. Op 4 eliminated. Blue 4 mission successful.